Hey guys, it's Jamie here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you guys have already been here before. Today is day 8 of Vlogmas and I'm going to be showing you guys a super simple and easy Christmas morning breakfast. If you don't have a lot of time, but if you want something that tastes really good, this is what my family, we started doing this on, I don't even remember really how it started. My dad had tried this, I believe, at a restaurant, and it tasted so good and he loved it so much that one year for Christmas, my mom got him all the stuff in order to make it at home. So then we just started making it for Christmas, and then we loved it so much that we make it all the time now just because it's so good. It's called the German pancake. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it before or if you've ever had it, but I'll kind of maybe link a picture of one right here, and this is just basically what it is. It's really, really good. It super comes out fluffy and just really awesome and nice. So the first thing that you need is a cast iron skillet. I use a 10-inch one just because I feel like for our family it makes a good portion. Usually we have 2 to 4 people that eat just from one of these from a 10-inch skillet. So that's the recipe that I'm using. First thing that you're going to want to do is take a half a stick of butter, and you're going to want to put it into your cast iron skillet as we pop the butter in there. And then you're gonna set your oven to 350, and while the oven is preheating, you're gonna melt the butter in the cast iron skillet. Next, you're going to take your ingredients. You're gonna need 6 eggs. So we're just gonna crack these eggs real quick. And this is super easy, definitely doesn't take a lot of talent to make it. That's why I like it a lot, because it's very simple, not too many instructions, and it pretty much comes out really good every time you make it. There's not too much variation. As long as you get the ingredients right, there's not really too much you can do to mess this type of a dish up, just because you pretty much throw all the ingredients in the pan, cook it, and then you're good to go. Just the oven does the magic for you. And once you've got your eggs, I personally like to whisk my eggs first, just because I think that it makes it easier for when you're adding the rest of the ingredients. I don't know if this is actually how you're supposed to cook, but it's just how I've always done it. A cup of milk. And then you pour the milk in and whisk that together. I will say the only thing that I've noticed about this is sometimes if you add all the ingredients in together all at once, it can mess up the consistency of it and it can make it kind of chunky. I'm just not a fan of that, so I always add my wet ingredients first, so obviously the eggs and the milk first. And then after that, I add my dry ingredients, which would be a 1/4 cup of flour, and I think it's a 1/8 tablespoon of salt. Now for me personally, a lot of people will add sugar to this. I personally don't. I believe that it makes it too sweet, but that doesn't mean that you can't. You definitely can add sugar if you like a sweeter taste to it. It's just up to preference. Also, some people like to add a little bit more salt than I do. But again, that's all to your taste and your preference. So if that's what you like, you could always add more, add less, it's up to you. All right, full cup of flour. And then I like to whisk it in as I pour into the eggs and the milk. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just slowly adding the flour, again, as to not mess up the consistency. But that's just a personal, you could just sit here and beat it overly until all the chunks are gone, but I just don't like to do that. And then I'm going to do my last ingredient, which is 1/8 teaspoon of salt. So just dump that guy in there and then whisk it. And technically you could add all those ingredients all into the bowl at once and then just whisk it. It's personal preference, totally up to you. That's what your batter is supposed to look like. Yum. Nice and creamy batter. You don't want too many chunks from the flour, so if you're noticing a lot of chunks in your batter, you're gonna wanna whisk it more down so that you can kind of break those chunks up. And then you are done making your batter. You just have to wait for the oven to finish preheating. You're gonna take the cast iron skillet out of the oven, and then very carefully, I pour the batter directly into the center of the cast iron skillet. I will show you guys, because then the butter creates like a barrier around the edges so that when the German pancake finishes, it like fluffs up and makes like a really nice crust to it. So it turns out really good. But I'll show you guys once the oven's done preheating. So you'll just put it in the oven at 350 for 30 minutes. So I just put mine in, and I will show you guys the finished product once it's all cooked and done. But that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you want to see more cooking videos like this, or if you've made a German pancake before yourself, let me know down in the comments down below. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you click that little red subscribe button down below to stay up to date with all the new videos that I'll be posting. Again, today is day 8 of Vlogmas, so if you haven't already seen days 1 through 7, make sure you go check them out and then subscribe so that you guys can continue seeing all the videos that I'll be posting, not only for the rest of Vlogmas, but for the rest of forever. All right, well, thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.